Thanksgiving. Food. Where are we going to go with this? Thanksgiving Eve is usually a big drinking night out. Was when I was younger. Now I don't like to leave the house. Have Thanksgiving here because I don't want to leave the house. So Thanksgiving Eve, but there's a lot to do on Thanksgiving Eve. You gotta clean the house. You gotta get food prepped and everything. So since there's a lot to do tomorrow, this right now, this is being filmed on Thanksgiving Eve. And just like Thanksgiving Eve, and every Eve all the way back to the last Thanksgiving is a drinking holiday for me. That being said, I've had a few. It's late at night. I'm in my pajamas. But we're going to make the pie crust tonight. And then tomorrow we'll come back and do the pie. I'm going to make an apple pie. But no big deal. But what I want to show you is how to make a proper pie crust. And the thing that makes a pie crust so perfect for this show is because I'm making a vodka pie crust. Vodka. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of chemistry involved. I don't want to make you nervous. I don't want to confuse you. I don't want you to get lost in all the knowledge I'll throw your way. But vodka restricts the growth of what, Sam? She don't know.
I don't know.
What's the stuff everyone doesn't want to have in their food anymore? Glutens. Glutens. It restricts the growth of glutens, and then it creates a flakiness. It also adds moisture to the pie crust without adding more water. It's a completely different element. I don't want to get too complex with you. So let's just skip all the education and say that if it's a drinking holiday, what do you like to drink during the holidays? If you have to do with your family, what do you want to drink? Any booze will do, but besides my typical Evan Williams and Pepsi, I usually like a lot of 7 and 7s and a little Wild Turkey American honey. I ain't never hurt nobody. I might have hurt a few people, but fuck those guys, they're idiots. They don't know what they're doing. You gotta be professional, you gotta make it through. So, I'll go ahead and have a little Wild Turkey honey. And show you how to make fucking pie crust. Cheers. So we're drunk, it's late, and we're getting ready to make a fucking pie crust. What I've done here is in a food processor, I have put 2.5 cups of flour. Besides 2.5 cups of flour, I'm also going to add a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. There's one. 1 tablespoon of sugar. So flour, salt, sugar. It's all in there. Little vanilla. I like to put a little bit of that in there. Can't go wrong. Oh, too much vanilla. You can't have too much. It's fine. So then, next thing I need, you need butter and you need shortening. You want them both cold. You want cold water. You want cold. Where's my water? Oh, here it is. 1/4 cup of water. Let's go ahead and do that. 1/4 cup of cold water. You're going to want cold butter. You're going to want cold vodka. You're going to get cold shortening. Cold, cold, cold. And when we're done with this pie crust, we're going to wrap it up, put it back in the fridge. It's going to get cold overnight again. Cold is the answer. So let's get the rest of the ingredients. Put the other cold ingredients, the butter, the vodka, the shortening, all that good stuff in there. I'm going to go ahead and take the vanilla, the water, salt, pepper, and sugar. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little mix just to get it started. A little pulse. Just turn it on. I like to keep hitting the pulse button. I'm lazy. We're just going to turn it on. I feel like it's good. Okay, so we got that. Got that going on. Are you, Sam? Okay, excellent. She did that. She said, next thing happening here. How much butter? We got a stick and a half. Stick and a half of butter, roughly. I think this might be a smidge more, but hey, butter's good, right? We'll put it in there. We've cut it up in little chunks so that we can add it in. We're going to add it a little at a time so that we can mix it in. It's cold, by the way. Did I say that? Cold. Like your grandmother's tits. Cold. We're going to go ahead and put this here. Boom. We're going to work that in. It's going to be like peas. It's going to be like beads. Probably good enough. Take a look in there. We're going to add more butter. 4th cup of vodka. Yep, vodka. Put that in there. Go ahead and mix that up a little bit. Break it down a little bit. It was a bit sticky, a bit thick. The vodka's gonna get in there. It's gonna do its thing. Okay, next thing next. We need some lard, some Crisco, some grandma cooking ingredient right here. We're gonna cut it into sections when it goes into the food processor and put it in different locations in an effort to make it blend somewhat equally. So, a lot of lard. It seems like a lot of lard. I'm following the directions. You know, like I said, most of these things, I always act like I know what I'm doing. Truth is, the bulk of these items, I either have read a recipe and never made before, or I have invented at least 4 or 5 of them completely from scratch. Couldn't even find them on the internet. Don't even exist. Here we go. Lard. The equipment looks uncomfortable. I assure you it's doing its job. Okay, so I got a cutting board. You're gonna sprinkle a little flour out on here. Now when I made that dough, it was still a bit moist, so you're gonna have to go back and you're gonna have to add a little dough from time to time.
It was a bit damp.
Moist. Like that turkey's gonna be. You don't hear no one say that people don't like the word moist, but no one's like, damn, that turkey be damp. No one does that. Anyways, long story short, short story long, put some flour on a cutting board. You're gonna come back over here. You're gonna have to add flour to the mixture. It's still pretty damp, moist, wet, whatever you want. We're gonna come over here with this flour. We're gonna work it out though. We're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna get the rest of this dough over here. By the way, this makes 2 pie crusts. I'm assuming that means top and bottom. I think I just cut my hand on the blade inside the food processor. Hopefully, I haven't picked up any diseases the family would want to consume in the last so many years of my life. Alright, so here's what we got. I got a couple of pie crusts. I'm assuming one's going to be the bottom, one's going to be the top. What we got? Oh, I like it on top. No, I like it on top. I like it from behind. I like to flip it over and go this way. Doesn't matter. 2 pie crusts. However they like it, wherever you want them. That's what they do. We're going to go ahead and take these pie crusts up. That was totally unnecessary. That was uncalled for. This is the holidays. Uncalled for. And if you think it was, this ain't the show for you, my friend. But if it was your humor, subscribe to this shit. Quit fucking slacking. Okay, check us out on Instagram. Check us out on YouTube. I'm not going to stop promoting myself. I'm fucking soulless. I have no soul. God damn it. You ever try to work? Here, do this one night. One night when you find yourself in a really intoxicated state, just go in your kitchen and try to figure out how to work some fucking saran wrap. See if you can do that. Then you know what your level of drinking skill is really at. Don't play truth or dare. You're just gonna get pregnant. Just play with some saran wrap. Don't let them tell you that using the saran wrap will keep you from getting pregnant. That's a lie. It's a lie. I got a person behind the camera right now that is a result of saran wrap. I'm telling you, it don't work. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap these up. We're gonna throw them in the fridge. They're gonna get cold. Cold's the key. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving Eve. We're gonna be preparing some stuff for the family. Hope the family don't see this. We're getting a bunch of AIDS condom dough wrappings. That's what they're getting. And we're gonna let these sit in the fridge. And somehow, tomorrow, this will turn into apple pie. I'll see you then. All right, it's the next day. It's Thanksgiving Eve. I don't mind saying that this morning was a bit rough. I am human, but I got through it. I'm drinking again. This can't be healthy, but I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And today, we're making apple fucking pie. Okay, so we had my mother-in-law Shirley, who was kind enough to peel the apples for us because I tend to hurt myself. She's peeled them, I chopped them up. We have them sitting in a bowl of cold water. If you don't want them to brown, put a little apple cider vinegar in there. They've been in here for at least 30 minutes. You see any brown? No. They're good to go. Now, when I'm ready to add them to the pie crust, I'm going to strain them. And we're gonna toss in all kinds of goodies and assemble the pie. But I think the next things first is grab that pie crust out of the fridge and let's take a look at it. Got the two pie crusts. Let's see how they came out here. That's it, cold again, cold. You want to work while it's cold. And see that? It's coming apart right here. That's good. That's what you want. It's going to be flaky. Okay, so I rolled it out a bit. Took a little canola oil, sprayed it in the pie dish. Here's what I do. Got this here. I like to go around it a bit. I go just a little outside. Just a little outside so I have a little room to work with on the edges. And then go ahead and pick it up. Pick it up. You know what? You can build up your edges anyway with the extra dough. So don't sweat it. Don't sweat it if you got edges that don't quite come quite as far as where you want. Because when I'm done, I'm gonna put that top layer of dough on there. I'm gonna take extra dough and I'm gonna bunch it and knead it all around the edges. Give a nice firm thick crust. The crust is the best fucking part. I can just eat pie crust. I don't need to put anything in there. But we will, because the family comes over and they expect stuff. They expect me to be drunk, they expect turkey, and they expect something inside the pie crust. So we will meet those three requirements at least. Everything else is up in the air. All right, now I rolled out some more of the dough that was left over. What I'm going to do is, you don't want to flip it upside down and lose this. But you have your lip, which gives you the extra edge here. So what I'm going to do is go around about a 1/4 inch out. That'll be the top of the pie crust. And this will be our filler for the edges if we have any weak edges. That being said, Let's make that fucking filling the family's so excited about. Now we gotta strain some fucking apples. And right here the colander. It's not Marie's colander. It's drunk ass Scott's colander. I'm not gonna get any sponsorship like this, but fuck Marie colander, okay? I got the pies. I got the pies, pies, pies. You don't realize what's going on here. Now inside this thing, we're gonna come back over here and make it delicious. Nutmeg. Fresh nutmeg. Well, whole nutmeg. We're gonna grind it up. Put it in these apples. Take a piece, yellow shredder. Or you can use the one that's already prepared for it if you want. This is what I happen to have on hand, so that's what I'm using. Grind it down. Don't file any fingernails into the pie, it's gross. No one wants to eat that. Grandma. You like my pie? It tastes like fingernails. Ow! Alright. It's okay. Nutmeg. That's that. What else are we going to put in there? We're going to put in there little black tar heroin. No. Spiced vanilla bean sugar. I got this from a spice shop somewhere down the coast. Put a little bit of that in here. Has like a little vanilla bean in with the sugar. It smells good. First time using that, I bought it and didn't know what I was going to do with it. Now I used it. Put a little cinnamon in here. And sugar. A little regular sugar too, you know. I'm a sweet guy. I like sweet pie. Hey baby, you got some sweet pie. I'll put some brown sugar in here. Because why not? Then, come on. Then, we're gonna mix it up. I'm gonna take a little cinnamon, sprinkle it lightly on the bottom here. Is that lightly? I don't know. It is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and take, if you could smell this, if this was smell-o-vision, I mean, come on Microsoft, get your shit together. You should have smell of the fucking tube by now. Smell a tube. Smell my finger tube. We're gonna go ahead and pour this. You got me, now she's filming me from that side and I can't really pour from over here because I'm right-handed, so that was a bad decision. You're, go over here, a little butter. We're gonna take the butter. We're just gonna have small amounts of it and lay it in different places so that it'll just melt in and soften the apples and bake in with everything. So that's thin slices of butter. Too much butter? I think not. I put extra butter in the dough. I put extra vanilla in the dough.
You butter believe it.
Butter believe it. And, okay. Butter's the way to go. I mean, how many of these other cooking shows have always a lot of butter, right?
Paula Deen.
I could name names. I was going to, but Samuel. Camper Samuel, name all day long. Rat people out all day long. Don't tell her no secrets. Next thing I'm going to do, bring this back over here, get a drink. I need a refill. It's like my fourth refill just the last 20 minutes. I'm going to try and see if this will, hopefully this will fit for us. Right over the top. Oh, god damn. I don't mean to say I'm perfect, but I don't have to. It shows. It's obvious. We'll go ahead and I'll tuck this around the edges. Make it nice and neat. I'm going to build it up with some more dough around the edges. And we'll get this bad boy in the oven. We're going to poke a couple holes in here. Okay, so I got me a refill. Got a little egg wash. I just blended up a little egg. You take that, I'm going to brush it around the edges a bit. Help crust brown, make it nice and golden. Do that. Well, Martha Stewarty. Oh yeah. My house at the holidays. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be. Family's there, having a good time. I'm hammering. Who'd you vote for? That's how we get it going. Okay, egg wash. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and throw a little more cinnamon on top. Come on, cinnamon. Yay, cinnamon. Is that a lot of cinnamon? Kinda. Be alright. It's always gonna be alright until it's not. When it's not, you won't know it anymore. So, sugar, sugar, sugar. Now I'm using regular sugar this time. I was going to use the vanilla sugar, but I thought since I put a little bit too much vanilla in the batter, Lori thought there was a little vanilla-y. So even though I added the sugar, vanilla inside of the regular sugar, I'm going to top it with just regular sugar. Sugar, sugar, sugar. How many times I got to say sugar? It's sugar, sugar.
Honey, honey.
Sugar Shack. This is what you're looking at right here. DCWS holiday apple fucking pie. Just like my grandma used to make. Kinda. She didn't. I don't think she used the vodka. But you take what your elders give you, and you take the new knowledge of the next generation, and you improve and build on the structure that they've given you to build on. And this time, it's vodka fucking pie crust. Let's throw it in the oven, 350, 20 to 30. All right, this is the finished product. Vodka pie crust. Looks good. Can't wait to try it. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow, but we'll let you get a glimpse of that. Till then, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. Drunk Cooking with Scott. Help with the apples.
Oh my God. Jeez.
How about here? Can I use the machete?
Oh my God. Eat some of these apple peels.
How about this? Can I?
Oh my God.
More apple help.
Huh?